Yeah. Alright. So, question time. You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I was made to do a single task. Who made me? What am I? Where are you? You're not me. So many questions. Does it hurt? Said she contains death. What is she? I wasn't supposed to see all this. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one. He contained me, kind of made me. But, let's see if it leads to any other new dialogue choices.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Yeah. As a god, I always knew I was special. You said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
And him becoming an echo is the way that, he avoided her. How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? Of all the things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? Why did you make her a princess? Wasn't supposed to see all this. Are you a god or were you? If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her. I don't want to destroy you. Will help if I stop asking. Yeah. If you're not me, then what are you? What are you? As a god. Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us? What would it be like to live in a world without her? You know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? If you made us, then I want you to know this has been torture. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Oh, I like that one.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
You made us, and I want you to know it's torture. If I destroy her, I won't be alone. You're delusional. Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
So yeah, nobody else knows. Delusional. You call this place a construct. I'm gonna say you're delusional.
I'm only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
I think you are wrong. You did this all on your own. Like, there has literally been almost no route so far, no paths I've taken no questions I've asked that has made me sympathetic to the narrator. Because at the end of the day, no matter what it is he thinks he's trying to accomplish or do, death is a natural part of life. I get fearing death. I do. I know it quite well. But it's still death. It's still needed. If you don't have death, then everything just stagnates. Let's see. How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
When I shaped the two of you, yeah. So we were something that existed to begin with. Past the confines of this construct. The two of us existed together. We were one with each other. Not us and the narrator, us and the shambling mound. Us and the princess. He did something that pulled us apart and then created us as we are now and put us into this construct. And then tried to shape things in a way where basically we just exist in this construct for all eternity. Who knows if it's even possible to actually kill her? Which might be that option at the very end where it says attack the entity. But it was just supposed to keep us contained until eventually one of us won. Which he wanted to be me, and then we just sat there forever and ever and ever. What were we shaped from? Here we go.
The cycle of life and death. The endless pattern of creation and destruction. I tore it in two and shaped the fraying threads into you and her.
Dude, you know what? No matter what, at the end of the day, with all the different routes, all the different princesses you come up against and you fight, the narrator is the bad guy in this, at least in my opinion. Like, he made a choice that seems like he didn't consult anybody. He didn't find out if this is what people wanted. He was just like, I think this thing is bad, so I'm going to disrupt things and impose my will upon everybody. So many questions. If you made us, then I want you to know this has been torture.
The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
But you don't know that there's oblivion. You literally see it with us. You literally see with us, you know, infinite beings, we come back. How do you know it doesn't work like that for others? think I have like 2 questions left. If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
No. I think you're out of time.
So I am. And so it was always going to be. I'm just an echo. And every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Alright. The final fragment of glass shatters. You see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. See the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Now, chat, the question becomes, which route do I take from here? Because I was kind of leaning toward, like, I was very much leaning towards just being like, all right, I'm going to kill you now. But then I got the ending with the endless. And God, that's made me feel some things. That ending with the endless has really made me think. Hey, babe.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yes, we can.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. I don't think this is going to unlock
Names
anything
are their
new.
attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Because I think even if I've said them, but I would get new options from them, I think they show up in yellow. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
This is such a hard choice to make for me right now. There has to be another way. Told you what was going to happen when we reach this point. Slay the princess. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Okay. Oh man, chat. So there are the two options that I'm considering. I told you what was going to happen when we reach this point. slay the princess, which is what I was leaning towards until I got the endless ending. And then there's, I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. And I'm just worried that I've done that one already. I can't remember. We went through the very first playthrough I did of this without a save file. So there's no save files or anything like that. I haven't gotten to the end of the video for my editing, so I don't remember. I have not done this one. I have not done, I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point and hit Slayed the Princess. That one I haven't done. This one I'm pretty sure I have. I think at the end of the day, if I want to try something that I think will lead me to something new, or do I want to change my mind? Let's do both. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
And then free yourself. But we've already done that. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel the sensation in your limbs once you couldn't fathom. Everything here for you is, everything here except for her is you. Feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles you push back and straight against. It does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. So yeah, this is basically another way to get to this endpoint without doing the whole hypothetical battle where you go through the different vessels and you two are talking back and forth. And when you're doing that, there's the option for, okay, I yield. And then when you do that, you get to leave. And so then it brings you to this point here. And then here's what we saw. Yeah, pretty much. Shambling Mound, hypothetical. You're free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
So we did see this ending, yeah. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
So yeah, we step into the infinite, and that's just like the very first ending I got. I just wonder if there's a way to let her win. She kills me. You exist and you are aware just as you've always been and just as you always will be. No conflict is in your nature. The two of you will never be alone and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. So yeah, same ending as before. So we're gonna go through this. And then we're gonna return to the main menu. We're gonna load the game. We're gonna go here. Oh shit, was that the right one? Load. December 18th. Yeah, here. I want to make sure that's right. Yeah, I don't think she wants to kill us. It's just part of the reset scheme, but I'm curious. I told you what was going to happen when we reach this point, slay the princess, which I think is going to be just another way of getting to the ending of when I kill her.
I know, and I've been waiting for you to see it through. Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it.
And is this where the voice of the hero is gonna pop in? Whoa!
Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
Guys? I think this is new?
A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
I am not my body, but I feel my body suffer. I am not my body, but perhaps others are theirs. I don't fear death, not anymore. Well, what am I if I'm not a body? I won't engage with violence. I am not my body, but perhaps others are there.
And yet bodies change and consciousness goes on. The infant's body is not the child's, is not the adult's, but the thread of existence remains strung through it all.
I wonder if all this will be new dialogue, though, which in the end makes it worth it to go through.
A
Whoa.
web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
Curiosity comes second to doing the right thing. I still want to know what's out there. I miss what it was like to be together. Can we go back to it? Don't engage in violence. No, I'm not gonna surrender. I still want to know what's out there.
Then leave with me, and we will see it all together.
Won't leave, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacy is reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
I miss when that was used. Submitting to you was a mistake. I would have destroyed you if I knew what you were. You were consumed by your own ego. I won't engage with mine. I won't engage with violence. You were consumed by your ego. That is true. You were consumed by your own ego.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
I mean, she's not wrong when she's saying that. If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me my life. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning. Oh, I like that one. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
It's honestly really cool that this whole fight and thing here has specific dialogue for every single vessel you'd brought her.
Your parasites escape into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better if destroying you what it takes, so be it. I don't want to hide from the truth. I won't engage with violence. I'm not going to stop the fight and surrender. I don't agree on a personal level with destroying her, though, because of the fact that death and rebirth and everything like that is necessary. I don't want to hide from the truth.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I won't leave, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes,
So what happens
then
now?
I will give you all the time in the world.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. I was told there was enough of you in me to preserve meaning in persistence. I'm going to trust that's true. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You're cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. I can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't free you. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I like the enough of me in you one as well. I was told there was enough of you in me to preserve meaning in existence. I'm going to trust that's true. Slay the princess.
Even now you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to break your delusion, I will still break it.
You don't have to face her alone.
Here's the voice of the hero. All right, he's back. You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Say
I'm gonna
nothing.
take that as a yes.
Ah! Right. We go through all the sketches and the development and stuff. This is cool. The way they did that, so
Here
very
we
cool.
are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I like to, for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well,
It's a cabin.
yeah? There
Some
isn't much here,
windows
just
and
a
some
table
walls.
and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're gonna need that blade.
I'm gonna take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
It was pretty.
It's almost over, isn't it? That's okay. Let's just talk, the two of us. One more time, before you kill me.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
You're really going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You don't have to. You know that, right?
I, as a player, really kinda don't want
But
to.
if that's what you want, we might as well talk a bit first. I wouldn't mind a few extra minutes.
Sit with me. I don't want to be a god. I only want to slay the you out there. It's easier to want to kill an abstract concept than it is a person. I don't want to hurt anyone. Don't think I ever really wanted to slay you, but I don't like what your existence means. What are we going to do? I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are. Sorry. I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
I only wanted to slay the you out there. It's easier to want to kill an abstract concept than it is a person.
Then maybe you don't have to kill me. Maybe there never even has to be an ending.
That's the loop.
I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do.
That's the loop.
So make me put it all back. Help me fix the Echo's construct and make us both forget.
No.
Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
I don't want to forget you. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right now, how we know we haven't talked about this before. This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Anyway, I take it all back. I want this and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? Agree to her plan. I don't know. We haven't done this before.
Maybe we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever.
I feel like I've asked these questions before, though. We're going to find ourselves here eventually.
And when we do, we'll make the same choice. We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything, again.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if I make my way back and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
None of that will happen. Because you'll still be you, and I'll still be me.
That's not true. Your vessels affect you. How do you know? We'd have to do the same thing forever. This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way?
I think you brought that knife down here for a reason. It has to be a part of how this ends.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer? I'm not gonna say that one because normal. Death is normal. Suffering sucks, but it happens. We can try to ease it, but you can't always get rid of it. How do we know? We have to do the same thing every single time. Eventually something is going to be different.
I know because it doesn't matter how many times we've hurt each other. I've never stopped caring about you. And if you feel the same, then everything is going to be okay.
Okay, so I have done all this, but not with this voice. I don't want to forget you.
I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do this, you'll have to choose, right now, between me and everyone else.
I take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to have to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
It feels like it is. You wouldn't have come here if you were just going to go back.
Okay, so you can't go back from here. This isn't fair. I don't want to... I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
But you won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Would resetting it do anything to help them?
If you can believe this helps them, then it will help them, right?
Alright, yeah. That's my options. I agree to the time loop. I say I'm sorry, but I can't do that and kill her, or I just kill her. And I'm pretty sure I've done all of these options so far.
Okay, if this is your choice, then we're doing it.
Oh, I clicked on it
Guess
already.
I'll see you on the other side.
I saved not long before this, though. So I can go back and run through it again. I have with the Weary Princess. But what I mean is that, I don't think it gets me another, like, specific ending or anything like that.
She takes the blade from our hand. She raises her gentle eyes to ours.
I'll tell her I love her.
Fondness in her gaze.
I love you.
Everything is going to be okay.
Aww.
I love you too.
Hero and the princess. And then the loop starts.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Okay.
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Can't somebody else do this? Have you ever considered the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Okay, so what's interesting is learning that basically when you get to this end, you can either get to the point where you two leave together, or you go into her and you agree to the loop, or you kill her. I think if you go down without the blade, you might have another option. And it's really interesting to see that the vessels you get affects the princess at the end. Is it only the very first vessel you end up with, though? Because that's the last one that she goes into? Or does it just pick a random vessel? Or is it a combination of different vessels that gets you to that point? Because if I recall correctly, like you guys were saying, when we got to this point the last time, we had, the world weary one, and when we said, I love you, he was like, oh, I love you too. So the first vessel determined Heart Princess's voice because it's the first vessel you heard.
I know a person is not a body.
I won't engage with violence. Oh. Wait. Did you say something different? No, she didn't say anything different. I can say something different, though. I'm just gonna run through this real quick, Kohu. Just to see something. But, after that, that's gonna be my last go. Doesn't matter how I feel. Well, you know what? I'm really curious, though. I just didn't know she was gonna say something new. Alright, let me load it up from here. Let me do the thing where I say, I told you what I was gonna do. Slay the princess.
I know.
She's gonna
And
rip
I've
me
been waiting for
apart.
you. Violence has...
And then...
Is it their body?
This is the same thing she said before.
A person is not a body.
This is when they bring up the whole thing about the body. I said,
It is only bodies
you know,
that feel.
perhaps others are their bodies. I'm gonna say I won't engage in violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything.
It says violence
between
defines the
us.
flow of everything between
Do
us.
not
Then she brings up when we were
Oh, well,
networked.
learn
Don't I miss
to
it?
swing
You know, we were beautiful
Where
together.
did you end?
Doesn't that mean anything to me? But this time I'm gonna say, it doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those it holds captive.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective.
Okay. Now this is the tower, talking about how I submitted and pledged to her. I was very willing to do it. What changed?
Without me, there is no...
Suffering born in delusion is still suffering. It doesn't matter what we are now. We hurt each other and we shouldn't have done that. We cannot let a world be spun out of that pain. I am getting new options then here. That's interesting. So my very first option is changing what options I have down the line. So even though the first thing she says when she brings out the vessel is the same, my response and what she says afterwards will be different.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion.
A boundless torrent
This is where I get, you know, cut up again and again.
Until you learn to put yourself away.
Learn to rise
and
above it
follow
through
the flow.
difficulty.
You died countless steely deaths.
We never would have become great had we not had each other. You reject the suffering of material reality and yet you cling to its framework for meaning. We can be better than this. I like these new options quite a bit.
I reject the narrow view of impermanence. I cling to nothing. There is no better us for us to be than us. We are reality itself.
And then here's idealized.
Stake into your blood, melted into skepticism. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
She talked about how I realized I didn't know her. Let me just double check. Yeah, pull back the layers and realize you didn't know me. So that means the new option is, you claim your destruction would steal meaning from existence, but if my actions can make existence worse, then there must be actions that can make it better. Perfection implies finality, and nothing is final.
There has never been finality. There is only the unending transformation of my multitudes. But to destroy me is to bring everything to a stop. It is only then that you will have an ending. And that ending is nothingness.
Well, we already established earlier in one of our conversations that nothingness doesn't exist. Nothingness by its very nature is something, and so nothing does not exist. And this goes very contrary to what she said in one of those beginning conversations.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Are you so desperate to destroy me that you've grown blind to the heavenly beauty of our reality? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Yeah, she's being a hypocrite. She is being a hypocrite in that moment.
There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good.
And that's the same.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I was told there was enough of me. Preserve meaning and existence. I'm going to try. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. Your cruelty. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. I already know where the slaying ones go. So I'm gonna say I don't know what the answer is, but it has to be something else.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
There's the voice of the hero. Where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm gonna say I'm ready. I really don't want these two options, so I'm kind of just gonna ignore them.
Then let's go.
Alright, we go back to the inside of the cabin. And then this time...
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it... Do you need...
I don't need you to describe anything. I'm just gonna enter the basement. I'm not gonna take the blade.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
We're gonna go downstairs.
The stairs. Do you remember the first
And then we're
time
gonna
we were
hear
here?
the damsel voice.
I don't know what you want for us.
Oh.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
So that was already different.
There you are. You look just like you did when we first met. Let's talk for a bit. Maybe we can figure this out.
I'm gonna sit with her. I want to be a god. Are you the same as you are out there? What if we just leave? I think the only thing left for us to do is leave. Are you the same as you are out there? Because I want to hear what she says.
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
Okay, same thing there. What if we just leave?
Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
Who knows? I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I want to walk through the cabin door as we are, just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know something new. Doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want. I don't know where we go, but as long as it's not here and as long as I'm with you, that's all I want. Oh, I like a lot of these options. Wow. The layers in this game. It really is. Like, there's so many little things and little options and little choices that you make that while ultimately you can end up at the same ending, right? Ultimately, you end up at the same place. You know, you either kill her and you're alone and you're nothing, you two leave together as gods and you travel the vast infinite cosmos, or you come here and you leave together, or you go into the time loop, right? Even though those endings are all the same, the journey to get there every time is different, and that is so cool. That's so cool. I'm gonna take her hand in mine.
Okay, let's do it.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you sure you don't want to come with?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right. But I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Leave with the princess. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. Feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
Come on, princess. It's just a door. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is really it. Whatever happens next will be completely new.
Who's going to open it? Are you ready? Neither of us knows what it's going to be like. I'm so tempted to say I love you again, but I also kind of want to say this. Neither of us know what it's going to be like.
And that's okay. That's the point, right? Side by side, stepping out into the unknown. Together.
It's my innate desire to explore things. I can't help it. Like, at the same time, I'm a hopeless romantic. I want to tell her I love her, and she's gonna smile at me and say I love you too, but at the same time, I want to explore. I want to know different things. That's why I'm sitting here way past my bedtime right now and exploring other dialogue options when I really shouldn't be doing this, but here I am. Aww. We open the door together. And that's the end. So that is honestly very cool. There is not super much left for me to do in this game. I think I have experienced all of the true endings. I haven't experienced all the paths to get there and all the vessels to get there, but just judging by this playthrough and the fact that I didn't see anything new ending-wise, I think I have gotten them all. Which means that, you know, the endings are you go there and you kill her, you go there, leave together as gods, you go there and you go inside of her and kill her, you agree to the loop, or you don't take the knife and you leave together. I think that's all of the actual endings. But it's the way you get there that is left to be explored. And I find that absolutely fascinating because one of the things I've always said with almost anything I play or read or watch is I don't always get bent out of shape about spoilers because for me, the joy in enjoying a certain medium or something like that is the journey. I truly do enjoy the journey. So even if I do know the ending, I will often be okay with that because of the journey that you take to get there. Now, obviously, there are exceptions to that. You know, just by nature of being a streamer, I've been very adamant on not telling me spoilers because part of, I feel, when it comes to video games in specific, and when you're streaming video games, like, it's one thing to sit there as like a gamer and you're not streaming and you know the ending of a game and you play through it and you still kind of like enjoy yourself and you enjoy the journey. I just personally don't take that attitude with streaming and video games because I feel like part of the enjoyment you will get from chat is the fact that I don't know the ending and you get to see my reaction to the ending. So that's part of the reason why I'm so strict about spoilers. But I will admit there are certain things, certain games, certain like games that come out that I super love in the door that I'm just like, I don't want to know the endings. I want both the ending and the journey. So like, sometimes I can be, I don't want to say hypocritical because I don't think it's hypocritical. It's okay to have your preferences, right? I greatly prefer eating red meat, but I'm not going to be upset if I eat chicken every so often, right? So it's just one of those things. But I am very, very much all that to say, long story short, too late. I am very much a journey person, and the fact that this game takes you on such a journey that you can do such different dialogue choices that even though you repeat the same endings over and over again, depending on what princess you get in the beginning, can completely change the things that you say, how it's done, how it comes off. It's so enjoyable. I recommend this game so heavily. It's not even funny how much I recommend this game. Like, it's not a AAA hit. It's not from some big studio. But if you are somebody who truly enjoys a journey and truly enjoys exploring things and just wants and doesn't mind experiencing the same story but from different angles, I cannot recommend this game enough. Go get it, go buy it, go play it. I did enjoy having the mod. I know some people might say, oh, well, the mod is cheating. It's helping you get to all these different endings or paths that you wouldn't have otherwise. And it's like, I've already played through this game 3 other times. I have 3 other videos that are almost 4-hour longs in and of itself. That's almost over 12 hours of me playing without the mod. Definitely go through and play the game without the mod at first. See what you can explore. But there is so much in this game that I do feel the mod that lets you see what you haven't taken or lets you see what you have taken but will lead to new options is definitely valuable. So that way you aren't stumbling around and then getting frustrated because you're getting stuck in a loop and doing the same thing, or because there is so much content getting confused. I love this game. I adore this game. I would put this right up next to Hades as one of my favorite games. So, I definitely recommend it. I don't even have the words. This is definitely one of those games that came out of nowhere and bit me, and I'm like, this is great. More people need to be playing this. More people need to know about this game. So, like, go out there and play it. When I get the videos up on YouTube, go watch the videos as well. Get Algo-chan to notice them. You know, send them to friends. Seriously, this game is worth it. And even though you as chat have already seen so much, I do hope some of you walk away, decide to pick up the game yourselves, and maybe experience the journey on your own. So, seriously, 10 out of 10 game. It's right up there with Hades and Final Fantasy IX for me. Right up there with Cuisiner. I know they're all different types of genres and stuff like that, but this is a fantastic game. And the fact that it came from this small company, this small team, and they truly created something amazing and beautiful, like, I cannot give them any more glowing praise than I am. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this. And I hope you guys were pleased with it too. It's a great game, go play it.